Three. All right, guys, here's the new Daniel Chang with Vintage Magic. I'm just kidding, guys. This is the first appraisal I've done since the whole COVID thing. We're social distancing, it's decent distance here. I think it's at least probably 4 feet, almost 5 feet. Yeah, we're at a restaurant and we're gonna check out. These are his Timetwisters that he got. The barber one you got on eBay?
Yes.
$600 years ago.
Yeah.
Timetwister the barber, I like that. That's kind of funny, actually. And then you got his other one. And what we're gonna do today is he bought this from Tales of Adventures, I assume June 3rd, and Noble Night Games on June 13th for about $5,000 for both cards. We're gonna price the cards here in a second, see if they're real. Enjoy the video.
Vintage Magic. Game. Collect. Invest. For more information about our consulting and professional services, visit vintagemagic.com.
And we're back. So what we got here is 2 unlimited Timetwisters on a beautiful day, by the way, here in Olympia. Geez, look at that, huh? James? Beautiful, huh? And we're James, my client, came all the way from Tequila, Seattle area, to do an appraisal. He is the first appraisal I have done since this COVID stuff. We're in phase 2 here, guys, by the way. So he got this first Timetwister for $600 by signed and altered by Mark Teding. Now, was it altered already?
Yes, it was.
Already altered, okay. And then what? The other one, where'd you get it from?
I got it from a deal with my friend. First name's Lauren. We worked a deal where he acquired it from. I don't know where he acquired it. Probably from a convention, and maybe deal out for around 2,500 for that.
This one's 2,500.
Around there.
Okay, and that was recent.
It was a year ago.
Okay. And James is a computer guy. He plays Commander or EDH, or is it new cards too, right? Yeah.
Yes.
You brought Commander decks?
Yeah.
Maybe we can play after this. That'd be good. All right. So what we're gonna do here in a second is we're gonna open. I'll let James open this Tales of Adventure. He didn't even open. Pay attention, guys. He didn't even open. This came in the package.
Yes.
In another envelope, but this is how it is. This box isn't even open, so we'll have James, you open it, and then I'll look at it here in a second. So you pull it out for me because I'm holding the camera. Now, why are you getting an appraisal?
Mostly because to confirm the authenticity of the cards. But on top of that, I think it might, based on what I've noticed, the price of Timetwister is all over the place, especially against supplies or in the market is changing. So I'd like to get a more accurate.
So do you want to get a price? Like if you actually paid a fair price?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that's the first one. So let's do that. Okay. So let's bring that over in that white piece of paper.
And
I won't show that. You want me to show that or no? Oh, you got 2 cards. You got 2 times. Is that 2 Timetwisters?
Oh, actually, the other one was out of stock. So,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do is cover your thing on the top. There you go. There you go. Like that. That's good. Okay. So we'll just show people the truth. Okay, so you got these 2 Timetwisters on TCG Player or the website?
It was at the card shop's website.
Okay, cool. So Tales of Adventures, they're out of the East Coast. They're a vendor that I've seen, and I don't know if I've done business with them in the past, but they sell on the East Coast. They have a shop in Pennsylvania. So what we're gonna do is, so he said that the signed one is out of stock. And here is the one that he purchased. And it has it's very distinctive out of all these, to be clear. It's super played. And he paid about $2,500. So do you want to know if it's a good deal or a bad deal?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we're going to do a little discussion about that also. And you want to know if it's real.
Yes.
So what's the most, so you're not really concerned if it's real. You just want to make sure, but you also care about the financial part too. That's the purpose. Okay. All right. So hold on a second. Let me get this out of the sleeve and do a little analysis here. All right, guys. So a couple things. First off, we have these newer Magic cards. What set is this?
I believe
Kaladesh, or I don't know.
either that or
Aether Revolt or something. Okay,
Yeah,
so
Aether Revolt.
what we have here is you notice that the unlimited Timetwisters he has, all three, are stuck in between these new cards. I did this on purpose to show you guys kind of the importance of coloring and inking. What you're looking for here, if you push it together with your finger, is blackness. So this is this edge. I'm gonna go down here. A second. Hard with one hand, guys. I feel like a magician. Seriously. Okay. So I don't see any. And, you know, sometimes you gotta understand, like there's dirt and then there's ink. So
Aether Revolt is the second.
that's like a dirt spot to me. Yep. And so it's important to do understand that because, Kevin, if you're looking to buy a card, you want to make sure that the card is not inked. Otherwise, you want to make sure the corners too. Otherwise, your investment, the card's value is completely way less if it's inked. Way less, like considerably. I'm not talking about the altar. I'm talking about inked. Okay, so they look fine to me from that side. I'll be right back for a second. All right, Kevin, we're back. So we're going to do now the beloved kind of the printing test. So what this is basically, right, is I'm going to go zoom in here. And the goal is to observe the print quality. And obviously, Kevin, you'll have this video forever for your own records. So if I'm zooming in here, guys, you guys know this test very well. I've done this before. What I'm looking for are inconsistencies with the print. That's a good angle right there. So a couple of things to understand. Unlimited has two variations actually. One is this darker print right here, these two. Notice that it's darker gray. See that? Box over there. Okay, darker gray, and then what we have on this one right here is more of a lighter gray. I don't know if it comes this way, especially. See that? A slight lightness, right? So if I go like this, the top is pretty dark and the bottom is more light. And that's normal, but what we're looking for is inconsistencies in terms of the coloring. And the dot pattern, this is zoomed in pretty high. I can just tell that they're all real. The one that is Kevin's car that he bought from Tales of Adventure is the one in the middle. This is what I would call more MPHP quality. Would you agree? Around there? I'd probably call it more H.
Like there's.
I probably have to look more closely in the back, but.
Like there's appear to be wear on the edges of the card, for instance.
And that's Kevin's card right there on the bottom, and also at the top right there is the one from Tales of Adventure. Notice the mana symbols; they're pretty much identical. There's no differences in the shift of the mana symbols. People ask me, why is that important? Because if there's a counterfeiting going on, they basically the presses that they use now are so good that it's almost as if the alignment and everything is perfect, right? And the presses back in the day from Card of Monday were not as good, so there's going to be slight variations, but it's very distinctive, essentially, right? So the very, very top, the Barber Altar one, Timetwister Barber, that's a funny altar, by the way, Kevin.
Oh, yes.
I like that one. Is definitely similar, or if not the same. There's no changes there. Kevin was mentioning this card is a lot more played, and he's absolutely correct. I would call this more HP. This is what I call the yellow-black grime. It's almost like a mold. Something, if it was like food, you probably want to throw it away type of thing. How is this done? Well, it's usually done because of moisture and also played a lot. You'll be surprised the more you play, and this is, more HP quality. The more you play with no sleeve, the more shuffling it gets. You get this, by the way, this little black dot there, that's not ink. Happens all the time. What you get is a lot of like dirt and grime stuck onto the paper almost. And it's just the way it is back in the day. You want to just make sure when you're looking at the light, there's no like purple residue at all. And what you're looking for here is like more of the like Sharpie inking that could be on edges. Yeah, so overall this card looks pretty good in terms of the authenticity. There's no problem with that. It's not pretty good, it is real. So now Kevin asked a good question, okay? What should he paid about $2,500? Is this particular one a good value? He didn't pay any sales tax, paid like $9 shipping, something like that, nominal. And I looked on eBay, completed sales. There are versions on auction going for about $2,000, $2,200. So about 10%, 20% discount if you would wait on an auction sometimes. But if you're just looking to purchase something on a retail site, I would say it's pretty fair market value. Does that make sense? If you're waiting on auction, you could probably get it for a little bit cheaper. But again, you're a Commander EDH player. You don't really care about that. I'd assume you probably want it for your deck, right? Yes. So there's his decks. That's kind of cool right there. All right, so yeah, let's look. We're gonna look at the Noble Knights card here in a minute, right? And give me a second. And yeah, so that's how you do it, guys. We're gonna do the same test here for the next one. Hold on a second. All right, guys, so we're back. Quick question for our friend here. Are you an investor or a player? Because you play a lot, but you invest too, right?
I've been playing for a while. I have had a history of investing. Like for instance, during COVID, when there are conditions that make so players aren't buying, selling as much. Cards are up and rise, especially the reserve list cards. So cards I put some stock in are, for instance, Intuition and Time Spiral. Those went up, and I've also bought some copies of Mystic Remora.
The fish.
Yeah.
Is that reserve list?
No, it's not reserve list, but it's I bought them when they were around the $4 level, and now Card Kingdom is selling them for $7.50.
Yeah. So you kind of do that on the side with your day job, but it's not really. Do you ever sell them, or do you just keep them?
Sometimes I sell them, sometimes I keep them. With the Timetwisters, they'd be useful if, say, I were to build another blue EDH deck. In terms of Commander, I only build CEDH decks, and the most powerful blue CEDH decks tend to run Timetwister.
Absolutely. Okay. All right, great. So the next box is the Noble Knights box. I'll let you open it with my key. Never opened it yet, huh?
Nope.
You promised. Look at the box, guys. Not open yet. So you did that on purpose for this video. That's cool.
Yes.
Were you worried?
Yeah. Well, there is some level of worry. Like if you buy products from a card shop, like for instance Card Kingdom or Noble Knights games, you expect that these cards to come that are received to be real, and it's a reasonable expectation, but there is that very, very small, probably very, very, very low chance, like consider an outlier for which cards that receive high LGSs might be fake.
Oh wow, they
very
taped the crap out of
slow-
the case. I
cans.
hate that, by the way. Noble Knights, what are you doing? Where are they out of, by the way? Noble Knights.
I believe in Wisconsin.
I don't like this, but we'll have to figure it out. Okay, we're gonna have to use the scissor. Use my key and just cut. Oh, okay, peels. Okay, good. Yeah, no, I told you. That's okay. That's okay. Well, listen on the cards. All right, hold on a second. Well, yeah, we'll get the waiter to take care of that. All right, guys, hold on a second. It's all vodka there for him. Hold on, you're cut off. Hold on. All right, we're back. So we learned a lesson there, huh, Kev?
Absolutely.
And you should go to Vegas. The water went that way.
Yeah.
If it went that way, it would have went literally that way. Then we would have water damage, which is the worst thing that can happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So let's do. So these are weird cases. You put your fingernail, your thumbnail right there, and pull one side. Just don't pull it too hard because it'll flip out too much. There. Yep. That's it.
All right.
Yeah, pretty easy. And the purpose that they put it in a sleeve because if you don't do that, it'd be worse. So let's see. Hold on a second. Hold on that. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And hold that up real quick. I want to take a picture of you with it. Alrighty. Perfect. 1, 2, smile. There it is, guys. All right. Take it out of the what do you call it? It's called the perfect fits. Now, guys, you guys know I don't like perfect fits because of the fact that if you do it wrong, you could bend the card. So yeah, there it is. So here is the Noble Knights card. This is the HP Tales of Adventures card, and this is the I call it the control, right? And you know, like we're doing a science experiment. But they're all, I can just tell they're all real. Fake Timetwisters tend to be very bright colors. This is the Noble Knight, so let's look at it. Super bright white, meaning it's almost like to a point of like Xerox paper quality. Still has a lot of grime. Not as grimy, which sounds kind of funny, but not as grimy as the other one. So, I mean, this one is like grime central, right? Look at that. And if you compare the griminess, yeah, you can tell, right? Noble Knights is on the top, Tales of Adventures on the bottom. And again, let's do that dot matrix test. I'll zoom in and brighten that up. Looks great to me. Timetwister also has a weird cut sometimes on the corners. Tends to be meaning like, you know how the corner cut, it's sometimes not a perfect rounded, but there we go. Look at the name. Kevin, you're gonna have fun looking back at this video. I got the moment of the water spilling. It was epic. You're gonna laugh at that one. You're gonna be like, "Oh, that one! Oh my God!"
Everyone will recognize that.
Hey, you know what? It's good because imagine if it went the other direction. You and I would be getting paper towels quickly because, actually, ironically, there we go, guys. So it looks really good. A little lighter on the top one, but darker on the darker print is definitely the Tales of Adventure. So I'm going to go to our control real quick. I believe the darker print was the, let's see. The Barber was the lighter print, so I want to show you. So back to the Barber, on top of there. Yeah, side note, fun fact, guys, is Magic cards are actually somewhat waterproof because they're meant to be poker cards. So don't worry. All right, so let's implement this one in. It's not too bad. So these are the two control items. Second. 4. Yeah, so you can see a variation going on with the print. So you notice that Okay, here we go. I got a teaser for you guys. For those of you who are expert print people, the one on the bottom is the Tales of Adventure. It is the darker print. There we go. The Barber is darker print. You see that? It's exactly the same. The one he just got from Noble Knights, in between the Barber and the Tales of Adventure. And the very top one is the lighter print. Very subtle. Did you even know that, by the way?
No, I didn't know. It's fascinating.
Yeah. All the unlimited cards are kind of like, you have the darker print and lighter print. Now, it's not that like one is worth more than the other, but that's
it's not considered like a misprint.
No. And you can also see it with the artists also. Everybody's dropping stuff today. So don't feel bad.
Yeah. I would have felt bad if it broke, but the glass broke, but it didn't.
Oh, they have like they're probably not even $1. So the artist symbols are very, very, the lighting's kind of bad today. There you go. So you notice the top is darker, has a little bit more of that darker feel, whereas the bottom is lighter. Right there, see the middle. It's kind of like a weird light gray, the one in the middle, right? So it gives you a perspective. So every wording, especially the artist symbol and the name, will have the most, I would say, the most variation. All right, hold on real quick, guys. I'm going to look at the condition of the Noble Knights real quick. All right, and we're back. So the Noble Knights one, the front's much better than the other one, but the back is actually really clean, actually. Look at that. Not too bad. Right? Or was this the... No, I don't remember which one is it. No. This is the... Yeah, the Noble Knights was... Which one was the Noble Knights one? Hold on a second. There's a black thing there. Give me a second. I'm going to go back to my video. I'll check. All right. So, yes, we got the debacle figured out. What I just said was correct. The Noble Knights was the one I mentioned right here. So, yeah, the back of the Noble Knights one is actually really nice. So, well, you guys are probably wondering, well, why in the world is this so nice? Is it a reback? No, it's not a reback. I looked at the width, bend test, all that stuff. Sometimes the edge wear, the sleeving may be better. That happens all the time. And then this one has light edging. Also, the front, as you notice, is way better. Now, how much did you pay for the Noble Knights one?
$2,500.
So you got, I think, a better value by far, the Noble Knights one. 100%. This one is probably more of a LP to MP. I call it LP because the back is so damn good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
Now,
I believe when I purchased it was considered MP, so maybe
they are harsher on the grade. That's good. That's to your advantage. Yeah. So another thing to look for, guys. Last is this is the Tales of Adventure one. Look for any kind of signs of bending, and I don't see anything here going on with it.
Actually, this might be very useful indication.
Oh, okay. So interesting. Noble Knights doesn't use the MPHP thing, or they might, but they consider this VG very good. All right. Well, there you go. Now, when you did your buying process, how did you do all this? Did you just look online, different sites?
That's how I did it is well seeing that eBay there's a short supply of them on eBay at the time.
So you did look at eBay. You did.
Yeah, I looked at eBay. And TCG Player was short in supply, but the prices are pretty high. What I did was try to look at individual card shops, and I was able to find those two. The Tales of Adventures was I found via Facebook. They used to have 3 in stock, 2 or 3 in stock. So I was able to find them and was able to secure one of them from them. And Noble Knights has a shop on eBay. So they sell their.
You got it on eBay or you got it in the store?
They sell theirs on eBay, but I went to the individual store.
Was it cheaper on the store?
It was way cheaper on the store.
Yeah. That's something to note, guys. When you're shopping, finding deals, stores like my website, I will lower the price. All right, so there you have it, guys. So you have now all 4. This is crazy, man. A play set. Imagine if you could run a play set of Time Twisters. But would you really do that ever? You probably wouldn't. There's no advantage to that, really. Maybe 2.
Like in Vintage, or?
You know what would be cool is if you could run 4 Time Twisters in like one of those Underworld Dreams decks, right? You know, every card you draw, you take a damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, but obviously you can't do that. But that'd be just crazy, huh? Yeah, that kind of like 4 Wheel of Fortunes, 4 Underworld Dreams. Oh my God! It just 4 Time Twisters. Yeah.
This is without getting into like Notion Thief. But,
yeah, the newer cards. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of fun stuff. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna grab some clam chowder, and then maybe play a game of. Do you have a couple decks?
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look. James, wave goodbye. Does that answers all your questions? Make sense?
So far, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll go from. We're gonna do a little bit more Q&A of other stuff, and I appreciate you guys. Enjoy. Take care. Thank you everyone for joining me. It's me, Daniel, with VintageMagic.com. I'm excited to share more about our appraisal services. All right, so the first step of the appraisal process is determining if your items are authentic. After determining that the items are authentic, we will then do a market evaluation of your items. So oftentimes clients ask me, hey Dan, I want to insure my collectibles. Well, after the authenticity and evaluation part of the appraisal process, I would then construct an official letter and we would send that off to the insurance company. Your insurance provider would then offer you insurance based on the evaluations and authenticity. We also offer pre-grading services. So collectors who are looking to save money on grading can go through us. We will actually grade and authenticate the cards before you send it off to grading, and that will save you potentially thousands of dollars on grading fees. Also, we offer estate collection services. So basically, if you've acquired a collection over the years, either from a family member or yourself, and you want to pass it down to your kids, we're able to determine valuations based on the levels of today.
Vintage Magic. Game, collect, invest. For more information about our consulting and professional services, visit vintagemagic.com.